Hello and welcome, I'm Reece, and here's what happened this week. With Lunar New Year fast approaching, tourists visiting Taiwan will get to take a special decoration home with them. Tiffany Wong had this festive story.
Happy New Year!
Greeting travelers with well wishes for Lunar New Year. For the first time in 4 years, Taiwan's largest international airport is holding a special Spring Festival event, teaching new arrivals the art of calligraphy.
It's my first time, and I'm very happy to have this.
Meant to bring good luck and prosperity, these decorations can be found on many buildings in Taiwan. Now, travelers can take a piece of that tradition with them into the new year.
希望所有的旅客都能够享受到这个体验到写书法的快乐。毛笔拿起来的话，你知道写的字怎么看都怎么好看啊！那尤其春联挂在你的家，你的家就跟人家不一样。
And with the help of these masters, these first-time calligraphers will surely have a show-stopping piece to bless their homes, wherever that may be. Alex Chen and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
95% of workers in Taiwan say they would like to change their job after the Lunar New Year. As Leslie Lau explained, the holiday is a pivotal time for employees to move on to new pastures.
Lunar New Year is around the corner. It's Taiwan's biggest holiday season, and it's a time for celebration, family, and money. Around this time, employers give their staff 年终奖金, cash bonuses to thank them for the year of hard work. Many employees thinking about changing jobs often wait until after the Lunar New Year to take the leap. That's because they want to hold out for their bonus before they jump ship. This is why analysts look to the holiday to better understand just how many people in Taiwan want to change jobs. This year, a survey from a job listing website found an astounding 95% of Taiwanese workers want to change work after the Lunar New Year. It also found 74% have already begun their search. Where do they want to go? The most popular industries are hospitality, tech, and wholesale.
去年的大概12月底到目前1月份来讲的话，投履历的案件数确实有比之前来的多1到2成左右。
The Economy Ministry says the wholesale industry has thrived in recent years, and analysts say the hospitality sector is offering more competitive packages as it faces a labor shortage. Taiwan's tech industry, on the other hand, has a reputation for high-paying jobs. With so many people thinking about switching jobs, this might be a wake-up call for Taiwan's employers to think about how to keep their workers, or else look to the employment merry-go-round. Patrick Sun and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
2 Taiwanese-American documentaries are in the running for an Oscar at this year's Academy Awards. Island in Between from director S. Leo Chiang explores Taiwan's outlying islands of Jinmen and the complex subject of Taiwanese identity, while Nai Nai and Waipo from director Sean Wang documents the lively relationship between 2 elderly grandmothers. The awards ceremony is set to take place on March 10th. A drop in temperatures in Taiwan didn't stop gamers from enjoying their passion. Video game buffs were lining up overnight to see what the 2024 Taipei game show had on offer. Bryn Thomas took a look.
Local gamers are spawning near Taipei's Nangang Exhibition Center, hoping to see Taiwan's video game industry level up. They're here to check out this year's Taipei game show. Many of them camped outside the venue overnight, all in the hope of scoring some elite loot and checking out what's on offer.
游戏很多都是广告好玩，可是实际不怎么样。实际玩上去好玩的话，就可以提升购买的意愿。他们家的游戏里面动作一直都在不断的进步，然后呈现都越来越好。那我希望决训退出之后，他们也能越变越强。
Over 350,000 visitors are expected at this year's event to check out the 300-odd games on display. The 2024 show boasts 377 exhibitors from 26 countries, but it's games from Taiwan that are in the spotlight. Some developers here are using themes drawn from Taiwanese folklore to create immersive environments they hope will attract local players.
在游戏中，我们可以看到下海城隍庙，也可以看到大雅镇澜宫，然后我们可以在那里面做一些互动的行为，然后里面有一些很多的装饰品啊，或者说神像是可以让玩家去做收集的动作。
And while many Taiwanese developers are just happy to share their culture through games, the government is making a main quest out of developing the country's independent gaming industry.
希望特别强化台湾的游戏产业，特别是我们的独立游戏， 所以从过去我们就有编列预算来补助我们这个独立游戏的研发跟奖励。那过去我们大概一年大概有1000万的经费来补助它。那今年开始我们还特别增加了这个所谓的研发补助金，最高一个案子可以来到250万。
With that kind of loot, many at the 2024 Taipei Game Show hope Taiwan's video game industry will soon gain greater global recognition and beat the boss to reach the next level. Ryan Wu and Bryn Thomas for TaiwanPlus.
Last summer, a squad of young Taiwanese footballers got to play in a youth tournament in Spain. While Taiwan hasn't embraced the game as much as some other Asian nations, the experience showed the country still had some promising talent. Jaime Ocon had this story.
These young footballers are the first to represent Taiwan at an international youth tournament in Spain in September last year. The Arnedo Cup is held every year in La Rioja, and youth teams from elite European clubs have taken part in the past. So it was quite a coup for these kids from Kaohsiung to be here, especially because they weren't supposed to be. The invitation came through Yuan Yin-Ceng, one of the few Taiwanese football players to play professionally overseas. He spent 2 years on the books at the local pro club Racing Rioja, and he was the one who saw the opportunity for Taiwan to make an unlikely late entry into the tournament.
那个时候 Arnedo Cup 他们是名额是满的，对，但是呢刚好有一组的球队他们没有临时就是没有办法来参加。我的经纪人跟我讲说，就是要不要去争取看看？就是台湾的小孩有很多缺乏一个让世界看到的机会，所以呢透过了经纪人，然后呢就是我也跟台湾这边做接洽。
Soccer is not as popular in Taiwan compared to other sports like baseball, basketball, and badminton. Some have even called the country a football desert for its lack of development, talent, and facilities to properly support a professional league. But Taiwan has been trying to build more fields and make the sport more attractive. Given the chance to play with some of Europe's youngest talent, coaches here in Taiwan weren't going to pass it up.
这个比赛它是在西班牙，他们足球赛季开始前一个很重要的比赛，所以其实各大俱乐部、西甲、西乙的俱乐部都会派他们青训队去参加这个比赛。我一看我就说，这肯定要去的，如果有机会。
From a pool of 70 young players, 18 were selected as the squad for the tourney, a team they called Taiwan Dream. But while the players were concerned about their competition, the coaches first had to worry about how to get there. As they were joining at the last minute, organizers were scrambling to find transportation.
分了3批人飞到曼谷，第一批人是飞到曼谷那一天当天直接转机飞马德里，第二批人跟第三批人是出境曼谷，住在机场旁边的一个饭店。然后第二批人是第二天早上11点的飞机飞马德里，第三批人是第三天早上11点的飞机飞马德里。
With the squad finally assembled in Spain, it was time to face off against the other teams in their group. The highlight of their tournament was beating a team from the U.S., coming from behind for a 2-1 win.
我们原本1球落后，追平之后1比1，然后最后要结束的时候，我们右中场原本要被教练换下去，教练就叫他下，然后他没有下，然后他最后自己带球，然后射进1颗。
Taiwan Dream failed to advance from their group and placed 13th out of the 16 teams in the tournament. A modest result, but a great learning experience for a team that could barely have imagined performing on such a stage just a few short weeks earlier.
我们没有最后1名，我们本来以为我们会最后1名。结果我们还赢了一队西班牙的球队，跟唯一一队从美国来的球队，叫做德州太阳能。所以这整个过程，其实我可以感受到孩子们前所未有的快乐。
The players and coaches say the trip was a huge success in showing that Taiwan is not a football desert. And the hope here is that Taiwan can continue to kick on and show the world it can compete. Ryan Wu and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwanese painter Yongfu has died aged 101. The self-taught artist created the outdoor art space Rainbow Village in central Taiwan. John Van Trieste took a look at his life and the impact of his work.
This is the life's work of Yongfu, a self-taught artist whose bright, eye-catching murals earned him the nickname Rainbow Grandpa. It's an open-air space in Taichung called Rainbow Village, and its fame turned Huang into an accidental celebrity. He was already in his 80s when he began the project, but his short career was prolific and popular. Today, Rainbow Village is one of Taiwan's most Instagrammed spots. and its story mirrors Huang's own. He spoke to TaiwanPlus just a few weeks before his death on Tuesday at the age of 101. Huang was born in China and became a soldier as a young man. When communists took over China, Huang joined the wave of people fleeing to Taiwan. Rainbow Village was originally built for exiled military men in the city of Taichung, and it was his home for many years. In 2007, though, the community that had formed here was pushed out for a new housing project. Huang began covering the walls in bright murals as an act of protest. Other than informal drawing lessons from his father, he had no art training. But his style, with fanciful shapes and sharp color contrasts, caught attention. Once word spread, the village was spared demolition, and it became a tourist attraction. It wasn't all rainbows in Rainbow Village. In his final years, Huang had a falling out with a company formed to manage the site. Workers were caught painting over some of the murals, though they say these were their own additions, not Huang's original works. Despite the controversy, Huang continued to paint. Taichung locals who knew him are sharing their memories. The city of Taichung says he leaves a treasured legacy too, with the mayor posting a personal tribute on social media. There are plans to set up a memorial corner to Huang at Rainbow Village in the coming days, a finishing touch on what's become a Taiwanese monument. Siying Lin, Klein Wang, Shuvan Paul, and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
A government program in Taiwan is preserving fading art forms by getting mentors to train up a new generation of performers. Yu Chen Lai had the story.
88-year-old Liao Chongzhi watches on as her student performs for her one last time. After 4 years of intense training, these young apprentices of Taiwan's traditional arts are graduating. It's part of a government program to preserve fading art forms, like Taiwanese opera, and train up a new generation of masters. And Liao has seen the art form and the culture around it change over the years.
所以以前的老师足严格，一点点啊无好，伊就我来就甲你拍咯。这是以前的时代嘛，大家教囡仔嘛拢用拍的嘛，即马呢是爱的教育，无法度。
The times have changed in many ways. In her day, Liao performed Taiwanese opera to survive. For today's students, however, they're mostly just interested in the culture. But becoming a master is still a hard-earned skill. Out of the 28 students who signed up for the program, only 13 are graduating. For Liao's apprentice Zheng Yunqian, this experience has been life-changing even off stage.
就是因为老师比较厉害的地方是，他不只是教你学艺，他会教你修心。
Zheng says she plans to travel around the country after graduation to see how other opera troupes interpret their art. For her, the training never really ends. Her perseverance also gives her teacher another reason to continue the program.
每一国都有因国家的文化，这是歌戏是咱台湾国家的文化，是咱台湾土生土长的，阮就出来来教。
By laying a strong foundation, a new master will one day be ready to take up her mantle. Yujing Huang, Luffy Li, and Yu Chen Lai for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching Here's What Happened. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Today, we'll float away with 500 inflatable ducks chilling around Love River Bay in Kaohsiung. I'm Reece. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.